"Oh, you're good," he thought, about the student culprits. "You must have laughed yourselves silly imitating a mother raptor building her nest. The marks from her birth ritual. A scattering of vegetation at the fringes as she would have set her hind legs, rigidly holding onto the rim with deadly front claws." The light from a single Coleman lamp cast the shadows of Professor Norak and the mule high onto a quartz-veined wall. Mario snorted, drooled, and began to sidestep like a crab. A mother dinosaur would have laid her eggs, spread a last layer of greenery, then straddled the mound. Professor Norak spoke softly to the mule, trying to calm it. She'd have snuggled and gently lowered her swollen belly. Her body heat would have generated steam, ammonia, decaying fern, vapors drifting in the mine wind. Scratch! Scratch! Norak heard the distant sounds of scraping on stone and gravel being moved. A raccoon or possum, he thought. His hand touched something oval in the nest. He laughed out loud. Eggs! He could see his students shopping in a toy store, checking all the footballs and toss toys they could marinate to look like the perfect dozen dinosaur eggs. Scratch! More sounds. Something was approaching from one of the rear passages of the mine. Something bigger than a raccoon. A coyote, the professor thought now. A coyote or a bear that called the abandoned mine and caves its home. Or the sounds could be scratchings from hiding, giggling interns. "Hello?" Professor Norak called out to the blackness. "I'm on to your little hoax." No one answered. A new, nauseating smell hit him. The mule began to bray and try to shake the bit from its mouth. "Take it easy, good buddy," Norak said, standing as he held tightly to the single glistening egg. He went to pat the animal and assure it, but it spooked. Its hooves shot high into the air, tumbling a cluster of stones and crashing the Coleman lamp to the floor. The light began to flicker. "Whoa!" the professor said. He fumbled to fix the lamp. Thump! Another sound from the labyrinth of tunnels and caves was louder and closer. There came more scratching. A slight chill grabbed Norak in spite of himself. He tried to laugh it off, but now there were vibrations beneath his feet, as though a truck were barreling toward him. Closer! Big deal. A cassette player, the professor told himself. The interns had probably set speakers all over the place. Woofers and tweeters from any electronics store. It had to be all part of the prank. Still, Norak clutched the egg and started to retreat. He would return to the main dig and then send an Indian worker back for the mule. He began to jog toward the mine's exit. It was a prank, a very elaborate prank. There was the flapping of small wings, and shrew-like mammals darted near his feet. Tiny green lizards appeared on the walls, spindly-legged chameleons with long tails and dark-crested eyebrows. The contacts of the lamp held for a moment. Norak looked behind him. He glimpsed the mule bucking madly. Tethered. Suddenly, beyond the animal, an enormous form began to emerge from the darkness. He saw a bounding shadow of pebbled, leathery skin racing toward him. It was the shape of a creature familiar to him from textbooks and years of exhuming bones, a thing he had studied his whole life.